Jessica here. Okay, today we're talking about what is interesting at school. So this is at school. And I have my friend Jane here. Here is my friend Jane. And these are things Jane thinks are interesting. And Jane says these things are not interesting. Okay? So, please look at Jane's list of interesting and not interesting. Jane thinks science is interesting, music is interesting, reading is interesting, Japanese is interesting, English is interesting for Jane. Okay? For not interesting, Jane thinks math is not interesting. She thinks art is not interesting. Writing is not interesting. And PE is not interesting for Jane. Okay? So, let me ask you about Jane. You tell me. Okay? For Jane, is Japanese interesting? Is Japanese interesting? Pick one of these. So look in this list. Do you see Japanese? Is Japanese interesting? Yes, it is. Japanese is interesting. Okay, so Jane likes Japanese. Next. Is English interesting? Is English interesting? So look in the interesting list. Do you see English? Yes, it is. Okay, so Jane likes English. English is interesting for Jane. Okay? Hopefully to a lot of us. Next. Is math interesting? Is math interesting? Math. Look in the interesting. Do you see math? English, Japanese, reading, music, science. No math. Let's look here. Math. Ooh. So is math interesting for Jane? No, it's not. Not for Jane. Math is not interesting for Jane. How about reading? Is reading interesting? Is reading interesting? So let's look. Do you see reading? Right here, reading. So yes, it is. Reading is interesting for Jane. How about art? Is art interesting? Is art interesting? Do you see art? It's not here. Here it is. So, no, it's not. Art is not interesting for Jane. How about PE? Is PE interesting? Is PE interesting? No, it's not. PE is not interesting for Jane. How about music? Is music interesting? Yes, it is. Music is interesting. Music is interesting for Jane. How about writing? Writing. Is writing interesting? Is writing interesting? No, it's not. Writing is not interesting for Jane. Okay, how about science? Is science interesting? Yes, it is. Science is interesting. Okay, so all of these things are as interesting at school. All right, I hope you enjoy. Have a great day. Bye.